Hello viewer, thank you for joining me here. My name is Kelechi Anyebo, ALX backend engineer. So in this video presentation, I am going to walk you through the presentation of my final ALX project called Link Bookmarking Application. So in this presentation, I'll be discussing some important stuffs like the project descriptions, the learning objectives, the technologies I use to create, or the technologies I'll be using to develop this application, and so on and so forth, the features and the rest of them. So without any further ado, let's quickly jump into it. Alright, so in a nutshell, I'm going to describe the pitch for link bookmarking application, also known as BookLink. So this application aims to provide users with a seamless and efficient way to save and also to organize their favorite links for future reference. So the application is designed in such a way that a user will be able to save links they may want to check out in the future. So the back end will be multi-user, meaning that users will be able to create accounts and log in. And once they log in, they will be given an access token that they can use to access the protected endpoint. So there's going to be a protected endpoint in this application. So whenever a user logs in, he will be given a pair of keys as a token, which is also expirable. So the user is also entitled to two tokens, the first, which is the access token, and the refresh token. So to explain it further, when a user logs in, he will be given an access token which is expirable, right? And once this happens, he will also have access to refresh the token. So this is just a little description of the link bookmarking application, which I called BookLink. However, this brings me to the learning objectives for this project, which I have here in the next slide. Okay, so the primary objective of this application called BookLink is to create a user-friendly web application that allows users to save links they want to revisit. So users can actually register for an account, log in, and start bookmarking their favorite links. So the application will provide features like adding tags, registration, and so on and so forth. So one of the learning objectives which I have here is also to gain hands-on experience in building a real-time application using Postman for link bookmarking, understanding the concepts and implementation of user authentication and authorization for secure communication, and also learning how to perform users validation, like take for instance to make sure that a user is using the right email when registering, and also when a user is already registered, he or she will not be able to register again using the same user name and password, because all these things will be recorded in the database, okay, such that whenever the user tries to, or maybe a user tries to log in with a username that is already existing in the database, a feedback will be sent to him, maybe in the form of an error message telling him that such username or password exists in the database. So that is just, by the way, learning how to handle real-time data synchronization and the rest of them. So without further ado, let's quickly jump into the technology used for in this project. So in this project, I decided to use Python programming language. Then the web framework I use here is Flask. Database is the SQL Alchemy. The reason for this is so that I'll be able to interface with database without writing real SQL languages. Okay, so I can actually use Python languages to to interface with the database. Then authentication using JSON Web Tokens, API documentation. So I'm going to use Swagger for documenting my code for readability and so on and so forth. Then testing. Okay, so I will use the unit test, Python unit test, using framework like PyTest or unit test. Okay, so that is just by the way. So in addition to our chosen technologies, right? I will integrate various third-party services to enhance the functionality and user experience for of the user experience for the BookLink application. These services may include the SendGrid for email notification, where users will receive email confirmation for registration, the password reset requests, and other relevant notifications. Login and monitoring, Postman, and so on and so forth. And also, during the planning phase, I have taken my time to identify a few challenges that I anticipate encountering during the development of BookLink. Right. So these challenges include implementing a robust authentication system to ensure user account security, and also optimizing database queries for efficient retrieval of bookmarked links, and designing an intuitive and responsive user interface for seamless navigations, and so on and so forth. Testing the application thoroughly to ensure reliability and performance. So these are the basic challenges I've identified so far. However, to effectively manage my work within the limited time frame of 27 days, I think I will utilize Trello as my project management tool, and I will create a Kanban board breaking down my tasks into manageable sprints, and also setting milestones for each phase of development. So this will actually enable me to to track progress, collaborate efficiently, and also to ensure timely completion of the project which I am working on right now. And so, in conclusion, okay, finally, BookLink is an ambitious project that aims to to revolutionize the way users save and organize their favorite links. Although I decided to work on this project so that I'll be able to do it on my own pace, right? And so that just by the way. So I just want to be committed to delivering a high quality application, that provides an intuitive and feature rich experience. And I'm so excited, honestly speaking, to embark on this journey. And you know what? I look forward to the success of BookLink application. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. I really appreciate. Goodbye.